Hello and welcome, Silrace here with Hero League, and this is obviously post-gameplay commentary, because this is my second Hero League game, which in the first game, if you watched that, I already mentioned that all of these are post-gameplay commentaries, and there you can see the two team makeups. I do want to play support as much as possible, because that's what I'm really good at and what I enjoyed playing the most. But here I ended up playing Jaina because somebody else wanted to play support, and then we have somebody else playing wanting to play a warrior. So I ended up being a damage dealer and was like, okay, well, what do I want to play? Nasibo is what I'm most familiar with when it comes to ranged damage dealers and whatnot. But in the end I decided to, well, I want to play Jaina here. I have some experience with Jaina and so forth. Let's just avoid that Kelda's Flame Strike. So yeah. Map is Tomb of the Spider Queen and so forth, and people wanna hang around mid lane, so I'm gonna go bot lane. And there should be Zagara facing me here. Zagara is known for pushing lanes really hard, so I wanna try to put some early pressure on the lane as well. It's like not try to fight her, but kill minions, because Jaina is also very good at killing minions, and there of course is that, well, Hydralisk, which is really nasty early on, so yeah. Push the lane. I don't really give a damn about the regeneration globes, because I am not a fan of... let's just say I'm not a fan of all the Conjurer's Posets and all of those things. I'm just not very much of a fan of them. I pick other talents and I make use of those. For Jaina specifically, I have found I typically like to go a bit more defensive builds to begin with, because that's just how I like to play Jaina. Try to stay a bit more safe, especially because Jaina did lose sprint in the last patch, so she lost some of her mobility she had at level 13. Since those guys came bot lane, I'm gonna go mid lane here to try to soak up the XP here instead and push back the lane a bit, because there was a Nubarak here with his beetles, or her, or its. I don't actually know. Anyway. Let's just gather some spider parts and so forth, and then there is a, well, Vala. Vala is kind of annoying to lane against because she's really good at poking stuff, and I'm just gonna try to zone her back a little bit and try to push this lane while I see both Anubarak and Zagara on the minimap. Of course, Keldas just vanished, but I think I can get these before. Yeah, Keldas probably went to just turn in the gems, and I wanted to try to do that as well, but of course I didn't see these guys around, so they had to come and interrupt my turn in. Oh well, that is fine, I guess. I'm just gonna put down some blizzard goodness and so forth. Get some more of those spider pieces. Alright, let's turn stuff in. This is a really interesting level now for Jaina, in honest opinion, and I just prefer Snowstorm these days to get a bigger blizzard. I don't usually apply the blizzard range, like casting range increase to that, but I do love having a bigger blizzard because it allows pushing lanes really fast in later games. And I'm just gonna try to stop them from chasing here with that Cone of Cold, and also it means that it is much harder to dodge the blizzard. The same way Keldas uses his, well, trait to make the Flame Strike bigger, because then it's harder to dodge, right? So I can't really join that fight. But I can break these guys apart here fairly good, right? So now I have all these spider pieces again and whatnot. Don't usually want to turn in 3 of them, but there is a juicy Keldas here with who might be kind of dead after that one. Yeah. But of course then there is Vala, and Vala is nasty and annoying to deal with. So let's turn in 4, right? I could have tried to chase the Vala, but I didn't honestly know if anybody else was coming for me, so I was like, well, I don't have the survivability and the mobility to get out of there, unlike Illidan. And let's not stand in a root, because that sounds like a really bad idea. But then I get rooted anyways at the edge of it. Did you see the size of that blizzard? Anyways, I'm just gonna fall back. And why I threw that frostbolt down there is because I thought they might chase. So I just threw it down to get a slow on somebody. That just seems like the course of action, right? So Frostbitten on this level range is really good. I've been experimenting with the Frost armor as well, but Frostbitten is just so good. It's just so much more extra damage overall, especially on Blizzard. If you get both hits on Blizzard in, it is a lot of extra damage. Let's just put that down. I honestly thought that he would stand around a little longer, but oh well. Enemy web weavers, let's push this back, because then the enemy web weavers come back a little bit, and not just at the middle of the lane, right? That's like how it goes. The web weavers spawn wherever you have pushed the lane. Let's just dodge those spikes. So now we're kind of fighting here and whatnot, and then the web weavers come, and I am gonna be away. Bye bye. Right, I don't think I can save Illidan here. I'm not a support, and I can't barely try to save this guy. Didn't do too much to help him out, but oh well. Oh well, also avoid those flame strikes because they are nasty. Flame strike on top of a root is really annoying to deal with, and I'm just gonna go back here and try to rain down some blizzards and other stuff, and then yeah, tank goes a little too hard because we are missing people. Can't exactly deal too much with it. Can't do too much with it, and I don't have health anymore. Well, I had some mana still. I could maybe have fought, but I just no health. So nope, and I'm gonna go bot lane deal with this. We did almost lose stuff. Didn't lose buildings, as in didn't lose forts, the outer forts here, but we did lose the cannon towers on almost every single lane. So that's at least something for the enemy team. They did get the level 10 on us, and we are about a level behind. So not exactly something you wanna try to fight. Turn in as many of these as can. This guy tries to interrupt me, but I was not be able to interrupt it. I'm just gonna get more spider pods and more XP for the team, because we do have to catch up. And for anybody around, oh, that was also a very bad con call. I should have waited a little longer. And so forth. And I just have stuff on cooldown. Illidan is going in. And then of course he's gonna yell at me, and I'm thinking that, do I even answer that? No, I don't. No, I don't. Just yep. Alright. Of course, I'll just say that if you end up being dead, it might be on you and not on everybody else on your team. Just something to keep in mind. Just something to keep in mind when you play this game. But hey, at least we got the spiders. As in our spiders, but we didn't even take down the freaking towers on the mid lane, so okay, whatever. Let's just stay away from that root, because that seems like a really nasty thing to have happen to you. Alright, the nice thing is that we got level 10. I was honestly considering Ring of Frost, because Ring of Frost, alright? But like, in all honesty, Water Elemental is just so much better. It's not even funny. It is not even funny. Ring of Frost really needs a needs something else to go with it. Like, it really needs some fantastic other heroic ability to get the most out of it. But oh well. Yeah, well, didn't get too much done with our little spiders. Well, not so little spiders. I'm just gonna, yeah. I was thinking of turning these things in, but I couldn't obviously early on, like right away, because I had no idea where all the enemies were. And I didn't want to like run face first in there. Of course now I am rooted, and can I run away because I have 12 of these things. There's just like, at the time, need to protect this stuff, and well, Cone of Cold, but nope. Wasn't enough, and Vala even got out alive. Unfortunately, got out alive, but still dead. And enemy web viewers are down here. So, oh well, oh well, oh well. Ended up dead. I was way too forward positioning. I should have held back further, but I was hoping to get a Vela kill. That's just what you get, basically. If you are trying to go too hard for a kill, you always end up dead for it. Something need to like always get the mindset on. Like, yeah, it's just a kill. It does not change the game essentially. In situations like this, one kill does not change the game, right? It is very, very rare when you like kill one enemy and you have won the game based on that one kill. It does obviously happen from time to time, but not quite so often as people think. So yeah, of course you don't want to die, because dying is bad. It gives your opponent advantages. They can take advantage of that particular situation, but it's not the end of the world if one person on your team dies. Right. Right. So basically, all the enemy buildings are still kind of standing and ours aren't. We are about a level behind, nearly 2. So yeah, doesn't look way too happy here, unfortunately. But oh well, this level, it's like, do I take Ice Block or do I take Stormfront? That is now the question. And Ice Block is kind of good. I still would prefer to have Sprint, because Sprint is both an offensive and defensive tool instead of just being one. But yeah, and then there's that Phoenix, which is the most broken ability on this map, because you can like stop everybody from turning in. You just plonk it down. It is most annoying. So I'm gonna push this back a little bit here to you know, get more spider parts and also get more XP. Because we are still a little bit behind. Of course, at this point, we also, because we are behind in levels, we also get more XP if we manage to, somebody needs to turn one in, and if Illidan does it, I'll cover his ass. But then there is a Nubarak, and I don't want to fight Nubarak by myself, and I don't want to fight everybody else by myself. So, oh well. I just don't want to do that. That was a pretty nice maw, and unfortunately the Anubarak is always staying in such a position that I just cannot go forward. If I try to go forward, I am just gonna freaking get blown up anyway, because Anubarak is very good at interrupting stuff and thus stopping enemies from doing things, such as Jaina. So yeah, I am just gonna go elsewhere then, because I didn't want to join the chase too crazy bad, because, well, right, I could have done some more there. I am kind of low on HP, I don't have enough mobility. I do have Ice Block, that is true, but it's just, I don't see the point on those crazy chases. You'll rather disengage and take something else. So like, go for the siege camp, go for the bruiser camp, disengage and do something else besides like just chase and maybe get a kill or two. Because, well, as you can see there, we did get a kill or two, but also the Illidan did die. So yeah. And they have level 16 now, which means Kael'thas is really freaking dangerous, and wow. Lily got put into this thing. I need to free her, but I am in a really bad spot, because getting, you know, dudes coming in from every single direction. And of course the ETC chased the almost dead Kael'thas. Like, I would have tried to, but there was no way I could have gotten to the Kael'thas, right? It's like, yeah, I could have basically chased the Kael'thas to my own death, but I didn't want to do that. Because that seems like a really bad idea always, like, just chase somebody and die for it. Yeah, right? I am gonna mount up and I'm gonna run away, right? Need to use these little healing well, and why not get some health and more mana, and Lily gets blown up. So we are again in this situation where we are missing dudes and people are still fighting. I can try to slow them down to maybe have the ETC to survive. But yeah, and then of course I get smacked by this, and that means I'm dead. That very much means I'm dead here. It's just how it goes. Got the ice block off, but yeah, then there is a maw. It's like, how many heroics are people burning on to kill me? So that was kind of funny. But in the end, it also makes sense that they do that stuff at this point, because so many of our team was already dead. And they could have tried to push the keep. So it kind of made sense to burn all those heroics there. But still, it's kind of funny to see. It's like, yeah, well, here is the web blast, and here is this maw, and all these things to kill one single caster. Right? I feel special now. You burned all those abilities just to get rid of me. Alright? Anyways, and that's completely okay. I am respawning here and we are finally caught up in the talents. Right? So, fantastic. I can push this back quick because of, well, Blizzard is really good at this level now. It does a whole lot of damage and it gets rid of, you know, waves of minions very, very quickly. And then there is another one, and then we have another blizzard, and all these things. And everybody else died, because they went in without me. It's like, yeah, I mean, come on. Yeah, I could have been there with you, but you would have gone in then anyways, I guess. It's like, yeah, I kind of wanted to push back the lanes a little bit, you know, and all those things. Because our keep is kind of, well, under pressure. There is no siege minion camp. And at this point, they are doing boss. It's like, they're very much doing boss at this point, because see nobody on the map. Yep, there is the boss. And that is actually what you should be doing in these situations. Actually, you should be taking advantage of the situation and take care of objectives. Like, yeah, they could have come to try to kill us, and now, yeah, I am here, we can try to take this, yeah, and that is one dead Zagara. But we have a boss in top lane coming in. Do I dare go in from behind them? Nope. It was like, I was considering for a moment, looked at there, and was like, okay, there is just no way I will survive that. I'll just do stuff, and so I'm gonna poke at this guy, and I don't wanna burn water elemental on the boss. I wanna save water elemental for the next boss fight. But yeah, it's also another bit of a like lesson to learn. If you are gonna engage, make sure it's your whole team there. If you are engaging against their whole team, right? That's just, you know, something to keep in mind. And also, yeah, well, going alone, not necessarily the best freaking, you know, idea ever. That's why I didn't wanna go in from behind. From there behind, because, well, I knew they would just turn around and destroy me, and my team wouldn't have been able to really join that fight, wouldn't really been able to respond to it. I'm just gonna zone here a little bit, even though we do get the brochure camp nice and nifty. Just gonna zone a little bit and destroy these things. Try to push back the lane a little bit further to have their web weavers come in further again, because that's kind of important. Also, stay away from me with that bomb. Living bomb on you. Anyway, put down all my stuff, try to do as much damage as possible, and then there is Malfurion heroic, and I get rooted, and I get ice blocked because I can do that, and team run away from me, so yeah. This is what I kind of mean. Kind of means like, yeah, I was finally engaging while the team was around me, and then they all just ran away. It's like, alright, well, that's that then. But also, I should probably just have realized that nobody else is gonna engage anyways, and just, you know, stand way back and let them engage, let them dictate the engagement, because I can only be responsible for what I do in a game. And so, if I make an engagement and nobody follows, it is kind of my fault for not first alerting the team. I should have pinged the enemies that I am going in. Or I should have, like, maybe typed in the chat, but that takes time and effort. No. In such a way, effort in such a way that it takes my, well, attention away from whatever the hell is happening. So yeah. So I kind of should have waited for the team to engage and then made the most out of that engagement myself. Especially since I have seen how hard some of the members on this team really go in. For example, the Illidan really goes in at every single opportunity he has to go in. And I should be freeing this Lily here, but there is just no way I can really go around on that side. And please stay away from me with that living bomb. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, we have kind of lost this game at this point, as you have figured out. I'm just basically delaying the game as much as possible, because this is finally a Hero League. It's like, if this was a quick match, I would be completely okay just letting them finish it and play an entirely new game. So, yeah. I'm okay with delaying the game and maybe getting a win out of this, finally, in a Hero League. But in all honesty, when you get to situations like this, how often do you actually see that comeback? So, like, people remember all those comebacks. Oh, I managed to win this game which we almost lost and blah blah blah. You know, all that usual stuff, right? It's like all those cute, awesome little tales people tell, and then you realize that when you are like probably 19 out of 20 times you are in the situation you don't actually win. And so all of this delaying is essentially just waste of your time, because majority of the time you do not win, like vast majority of the time. When you give someone an advantage, they're gonna press that advantage and they are gonna win. In this case, the enemy team has a massive advantage. Look at how many buildings they have left still on the map. Even if we manage to win a team fight where we like lose maybe one and wipe out their entire team, we cannot push through all of those buildings to their core in that instant. But at least we get a nice team fight here in this particular pit here, but I get web blasted and no one is gonna free me from the web blast, so a little bit annoying, a little bit sad, and I might try to get Keldas, but well. Not to be here, and I get another blizzard off and chase them, kill them off. Thank you. Blow them up, and then EDC gets blown up as well. Keldas did a really good job of like positioning this game, and I also missed my stuff there, and that was a blizzard which was basically just, well, in case he walks into it, he gets hit by a blizzard and gets slowed, because I knew I was gonna run away at least. So yeah, I'm just gonna Hearthstone out here because there is stuff going at our core. Unfortunately, nothing much can do more about that. You have to defend. That's part of the issue at this point. Because can't really leave the base and truly contest stuff because have to defend. Have to defend the base. Right? Anyways. Like I said, pretty much lost game. Even with a fight like that, we did end up losing 3 guys and the enemy team lost 3 guys. Just how it goes. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. That's my mentality on it. I'm not gonna get overly sad over losing. Though I do play to win, as you hopefully have noticed. I do play to win. Just how it goes. Right, have a lot of spider pods, but there is no way I can go turn them in because enemies have vision of all of us, and then ETC goes way too hardcore in, and then we have an Anubarak in the middle of us. And I can try to put down stuff and whatnot, and I can ice block myself because everybody else is running away and is dead. And that's all of my defensive cooldowns done. Done and gone. Because I had to ice block and then instantly blink out. Because otherwise I've been dead. It's like, that's that, really. And is that really? Well, we have a lot of spider pods. But no way to do anything with them. Because unfortunately the enemy team has control of the, you know, turning points. And Lily is trying to go turn in. But there is just no freaking way at this point, at this stage in the game. And they come with the bruisers. Bruisers coming in. Gonna put down the blizzard, hit a couple of them. Could have tried to position it a little bit better to hit 3, but oh well. Oh well. I was hoping the minion wave came in faster, but it didn't. Just how it goes, huh? Goes really awfully. And then the enemy team finally has the boss. That was to be expected because we were forced to defend anyways. And well, thankfully there is one more keep they have to make their way through, so we have some kind of a fight for us anyway still. And a phoenix. Let's just avoid the phoenix. Let's poke at this stuff. And that was a cone of cold which didn't quite hit the mark. I'm gonna put down some stuff and whatnot. But this is no longer a fight. Can win. Managed to save myself, stay alive with the blink, all that stuff. But yeah, core is going down. Thank you very much for watching the second game of my Hero League. And I admit I forgot to record how many points I got from this, so oh well. Anyways, thank you very much for watching.